There are moments in life when everything feels still. When you're alone in your room, staring at the ceiling, questioning if all your sacrifices are worth it. That silent voice in your head, whispering doubts, reminding you of failures, laughing at your dreams, is louder than the world around you. But in that silence, that's where the war is won. That's where champions are made. Not in front of flashing lights, not with applause echoing around you, but in the cold, empty hours when no one is watching, no one is clapping, and you're bleeding effort with nothing to show. That's where you either become a machine or you become another excuse. Most people talk. That's what they do. They talk about what they want to be, what they're going to do, who they're going to become. They fantasize about success like it's a lottery ticket that might hit if they say it enough times. But talking doesn't make you rich. Talking doesn't make you strong. It doesn't build your empire or fix your broken body or mend your shattered dreams. Talk is free, and people waste their lives using that free currency until they're bankrupt in every way that matters. You want to be something? You want to be someone? Then shut your mouth and bleed for it. Shut your mouth and outwork every single person who thought you couldn't do it. Stop broadcasting your goals to people who don't even care about your success. They don't want to see you win. They smile at you and nod, but the truth is, they're waiting for you to fail. Because your ambition threatens their laziness. Your discipline reminds them of everything they're too weak to be. So keep it quiet. Let them think you're average. Let them laugh. Let them scroll past your silence. Because the storm that's coming, it doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need to scream. Wake up early before the sun. While they sleep, you grind. While they binge and waste time, you study, you train, you prepare, you walk alone. And yes, it's going to be lonely. It's going to hurt. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to look around and realize no one understands the pressure you carry on your shoulders. But guess what? That pressure will either crush you or turn you into a diamond. It's your choice. That silence, that's your sanctuary. That's your forge. Because when you train in silence, you become unbreakable. When you suffer alone, you become ruthless. The world doesn't need to know what you're doing. They don't deserve to know until it's done. The lion doesn't roar while hunting. He stalks, he watches, he calculates. And when the time is right, he strikes, and the world knows who he is. That's you. That's how you need to operate. Stop broadcasting your every move like it's an achievement just to plan something. Dreams are worthless without execution. Vision is just hallucination unless you bleed for it, unless you sacrifice, unless you become the weapon that life cannot break. Look in the mirror. That's your competition. That's the person you've got to destroy every day. Your old self. The weaker version of you, that version that gave up, that lied, that said, I'll start tomorrow, that version needs to die. You need to kill it brutally, relentlessly, every damn day. You owe that to yourself. Because no one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your parents, not some mentor. No one. You're alone in this. And that's exactly where your power begins. You learn to depend on no one but yourself. You learn to survive without applause. And when you don't need validation, you become unstoppable. The pain you're feeling now, use it. Channel every moment of rejection, every insult, every betrayal. Forge it into fuel. That girl who left you, that friend who doubted you, that teacher who said you'd never make it, good. Let them talk. Let them forget you, because when you rise, when you build your empire from dust and tears and nights of agony, they'll remember. They always do. But by then it's too late. You won't need their recognition. You'll have power. Power that came from silence. From discipline, from choosing to suffer privately instead of begging for attention. But let's get one thing clear. Hard work doesn't care about feelings. Discipline doesn't ask if you're tired. Success doesn't apologize for being earned. You're either in or you're soft. You're either hunting or you're prey. Most people are weak because they can't handle being alone with their grind. They need validation. They need likes, comments, someone to say, wow, you're doing great. Pathetic. If you need praise to keep going, you're already done. The real ones, they vanish. They go underground. They put their head down and suffer in silence until the results scream so loud the world has no choice but to notice. You want money, power, respect? Then be silent and violent with your work. Make the grind so loud that your results echo across rooms full of people who once ignored you. But don't do it to prove them wrong. Do it to prove yourself right. Because deep down, there's a part of you that knows you're built for more. You've just been too soft to claim it, too scared of sacrifice, too addicted to comfort. Kill that weakness. Starve it. Replace it with obsession. Become so focused on your path that distractions become invisible. Work when it's hard. Work when you're heartbroken. Work when you're broke. Work when you're misunderstood. Because the man who can keep moving forward when everything around him is on fire, that man is dangerous. That man can't be stopped. That man doesn't need motivation. He's possessed by purpose. And that's what you need. Not motivation, not a playlist, not a quote. You need rage. Controlled, focused rage. Rage that you're not where you want to be. Rage that life tried to break you. Rage that you were born into circumstances that demand more effort than most. That rage, that's your fire. Don't suppress it. Master it. Turn your pain into hunger. Turn your rejection into resilience. And turn your silence into a legacy. Do it all without telling the world. The reward? You'll walk into rooms and feel the energy shift. People won't know your story, but they'll feel your presence. You'll speak less and people will listen more. That's the power of silence. That's the power of hard work. It carves your name into history without begging for attention. Every great warrior was once unseen. Every empire was once a blueprint no one believed in. So stop needing permission. Stop needing someone to notice. You don't need their congratulations. You need to keep grinding quietly, aggressively, while they sleep, while they lie, while they scroll, while they rot in mediocrity. You rise. You train. You study. You execute day in, day out. Relentless, silent, dangerous. Because in the end, when you finally speak, when your story is told, when your scars are revealed, when the world finally sees the man forged in darkness, they won't believe how you did it. And you won't need to explain. Your results will be loud enough. That's the reward of silence. That's the victory of discipline. That's the mark of a true warrior. Work hard in silence. Let the world doubt you, mock you, ignore you. That's fine. Let them laugh now, because one day they'll be silenced by the sound of your success screaming from every corner they once said you'd never reach. And when that day comes, you won't need to say a word. You'll just smile. Because you'll know you were always the storm hiding behind calm. You were always the king walking through shadows. You were always the one. You just had to shut up and prove it.